Hey guys, my name is Ariel, and today I'm going to be doing a book review for the Library of The Unwritten by ajhackwith.
Badoop.
The story centers around a library in hell. It's not quite part of hell, but it is in hell. And this library is magical and mystical in like every way possible. The story has different POVs, but our main character is Claire. And Claire is the current librarian of the Unwritten Wing. And it is her job and her assistant, Brevity's job, who is a muse, by the way, to take care of the books. And the books are unwritten works from humans long past, alive, and yet to be born. And sometimes these books can get a little restless. And when they do, they kind of manifest. And when they manifest, they escape and run away. And a lot of the times, they try to find their authors. And that can be bad. Not just for the character that comes out of the book, because the book, as it is out of the book, it grows and changes into something it wasn't meant to be. But if a book happens to find its author, it can be terrible for the author, because the author can kind of go crazy. The author can sort of long for things that have never been real and the author wasn't meant to have. So that can be dangerous. So it's Claire and Brevity's job to just kind of go like, get back in your book and take them back. The story really gets started when a demon that's a freshly new demon comes to Claire, and they have to go get a character that has escaped from the book and ran away. So Claire and her little band of book go-getters, that's a terrible way to say that. Claire and her colleagues go off in search of this book before the book does too much damage to itself or the author. But shortly after that, they meet angels, like real, honest to God, no pun intended, angels. And the angels accuse Claire of having the devil's Bible because they want it. And she's like, I don't have that, but if I don't, I should, because technically it's the library's. So then a search ensues for the devil's Bible. This book has so much going on in it that really make you think. Think about, what it means to be in a story or be a story. What it means to be an unwritten work. What it means to be a person. What it means to be a human. There are many realms, a plethora of realms, if you will. There are ancient realms of religions that no one practices anymore. Ancient Egyptian realms, Greek realms, Roman realms. Heck, there's Valhalla. This book goes into so much detail. She went into the story and said, let me think of all the things a reader wants to know and wonders about and put it all into one book. So that's all I can really talk about without completely spoiling it. So if I haven't made you want to read it yet, maybe my pros and cons will. So let's start with a con so we can end on a good note. I don't have any. Literally none. Not a single con. Okay. Pros. I have an ocean of pros. My first pro is how diverse the characters are. Our main character, Claire, is a black woman from England. She died in her late 30s, I believe, before becoming a librarian. So she has a lot of real life experience, and she's not just a one-dimensional character. She has a lot about her that makes her very unique. She's a spitfire. She likes everything sort of neat and tidy. She's kind of anal, and she's funny, but like in a dry sense of humor way. She also cares about the people that are closest to her. She is also pansexual, which she didn't know the word for until later, and was like, oh, that's what they're calling it now. Okay. Another pro I have is that it kind of weighs the balances, the scales, if you will, of between like gods and immortal beings and humans and the creativity that they have. And that is so cool to see, because there's not a lot of books that do that. Also, there's a found family aspect of it too. You've got all these characters, some of them highly unlikable and some of them extremely likable, and they're all just coming together to support each other and be there for each other. But there's also bickering, and one of the characters calls Claire the warden, which I giggle at every time. Hackwith just created this entire world, which I would love to be in. Not literally created this world with all these abstract ideas of fate and life and death and creativity, and it's beautiful and entertaining, and at times, if you think about it deep enough, it can even be kind of terrifying. That's full of depth and humor, and this is a book I think everyone should read. And if you've read it, comment down below and let me know. And if it's something I've made you want to read, please let me know, because I love knowing that these videos I make you want to read something and get you in the mood to read anything, even if it's something you don't normally read. So I hope you guys have a good day. Bye.